We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go!
Dak now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that punt a 52. And it'll be Jaguars football.
Ready.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Piece of 24. Here we go.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Hey.
From the 39. Buys time, rolling right. Connection made, Travis Etienne. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out.
Hey, run!
Lawrence working from the gun. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Jaguars in a punt formation. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! What do you think?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
What do you think?
From the 27. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
What do you think?
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 22. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Etienne on the catch. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go.
Hey, easy. Route.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right side! 26!
Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. Here we go. 47. 26.
From the 23. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 65 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Lion!
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Deron Bland. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey!
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He'll get this to ETN. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 4-yard pickup there, and that makes the decision even tougher now, 4th and short.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Hey, kill!
Going on 4th, here's Lawrence. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Then we're going to 53.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46.
From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys driving ahead. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
First down, here's Dak. Thrown right, and it's intercepted. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Jaguars take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
Well, every once in a while, this game of football becomes a game of chess. And how are you going to get your defensive players in the right spot, the right place? That dime defense, well, that was the right call. So many eyes on the football. And more importantly, the ability to go finish that interception.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
We're at 23. Here we go.
On the run, it's ETN. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Micah Parsons making that play. You give him a few yards on that run, it's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Lawrence trying again on second. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Rolling left, buying some time. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Jacksonville in punt formation. Cavante Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Everyone, kill. What do you think?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
On red.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. This one intended for the running back. So it'll be second down.
We're at 23. Safe right. Go. Red.
Lawrence looking to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30.
All right, let's go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, easy. Route.
Lawrence now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Hey, lion. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete. It's Ingram. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Red on red.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that kick gives them the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Turpin with a return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
Dak now from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. That's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Working from the pistol, Prescott has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, here we go.
Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill. Yeah, there we go. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Foye Oluokun with the pick. And the Jaguars return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here's ETN on 1st down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Lisa 24. Hey, I'm gun. Great job.
They'll motion a tight end left. Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
11, Agate. Silver.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hey, 13, Luke. Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Doug Peterson, seeing that play clock running down, he calls a timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, go. 11.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, 47.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking a deep shot here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now they face 2nd down.
Yeah! There we go.
Throwing again is Dak. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
From the 45 on 2nd down. It's caught. Ferguson shakes off a defender, and it's a foot race. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up.
46. Yeah!
They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Rip, 23. 11, Agate.
Setting up to pass. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He'll look to throw it. He'll get this to Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down.
Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Red on red. Go, let's go.
Here he is to throw. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
On red. Think right.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
These are 24. Think right open.
To throw. Completed to his running back. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. From the right hash, 52 yards out. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And that, folks, is your game winner.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So it's 2nd down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Yeah! Here we go! I take.
One final shot here. This is for the ball game. deflected. Oh, they couldn't bring it in off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's gonna end. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say so long from Dallas.